Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for tuning in this morning. I've been thinking about something for a while now and I wanted to do a video on it. It can be a sensitive subject for a lot of people, including myself. It took me a while to get the courage up because I do have to share my photos so you can see the results of what I'm going to be talking about. But the subject today is hair loss. There are so many reasons why people suffer from hair loss. It could be due to medications, it could be due to treatments that you're undergoing, hereditary issues, or in my case, it's what I think in my case is weight loss. My hair loss started probably 12 years ago, I think is when I had weight loss surgery. I did have the gastric sleeve. I started my journey of trying to lose weight with the gastric sleeve. Well, I shouldn't say I started with the gastric sleeve. I had dieted all throughout my life, but I eventually got the gastric sleeve back in 2011 or 12. Back then, I never had like a huge amount of hair, but I had a lot more hair than I have now. And after losing about probably 80 pounds in 6 months on the gastric sleeve, actually it was about 100 pounds because I went from about 280 to 185. And that was the lowest I ever got on my gastric sleeve journey. And I started gaining back. And it's been up and down since then. And now I am doing the carnivore diet. Slow weight loss, but I believe I did really screw up my metabolism with the gastric sleeve, as well as I do have spinal muscular atrophy. So I know I have a tough journey ahead of me. But this morning I just wanted to share with you guys about hair loss. Way back then when I started losing my hair, I started taking pictures of the clumps of hair that were falling out of my head. And I started taking pictures of my scalp to show the thinning of it. I even bought wigs at one point and would wear some wigs sometimes when I went out. But wigs to me are very itchy and hot, and I'm just not comfortable with wearing them all day. It's fun for dress up for a little bit, but for me, it just drove me crazy having a wig on. But on the other hand, I didn't want to walk around looking like I was bald either. So I am going to show you my scalp and what it looks like and what I do to hide the fact that I do have hair loss. It seems to be getting better throughout the years. I've slowly started gaining more hair, and this year I've really tried to up my protein, and hopefully that's going to help. I do feel like I have some hairs that stick out that may be baby hairs, and hopefully it's not just hair that broke off, but it seems like I do have some new hair growth, so that is good as well. Now I'm going to show you what my hair looks like before and after the trick that I use to conceal my hair loss. So this is the top of my head. As you can see, it's very thin. Yeah, I think it's worse when you have dark hair because you can tell the stark difference between the dark hair and your scalp. But very thin, not a lot of hair. I'll do the back. Hopefully y'all can see that. So that is my hair. Embarrassing enough, but I have a little trick. Now, you'll see from the bottle I have used this so many times, but I bought hair powder, and it is just little fibers that are colored. You buy whatever matches your hair and you shake it on your head, and it covers and conceals the spots that are thin. So then you don't have to wear a wig. So now I've tried many different hair fibers throughout the years. I think I started with Topic, and that was one of the most expensive kinds. And then I started trying the cheaper brands off of Amazon, and they worked for me just as well. So I don't know if you can still read it, but I did go with the product that's called Boldify, and they have that on Amazon. And then what I do is the little top, I just buy the dark brown, and the top unscrews, comes off, and you can buy the refill of whatever kind you want and just put it down in there. That's why my bottle looks so horrible, because I've just had it for years and just refill it. So what you do is you just wash your hair, have it dry when you put the product on. I've already put some mousse in my hair. So then you just shake it on, and you can see it's already starting to cover up those bald spots. And I just kind of part my hair and shake it where I want it. So it's already starting to look better. See? So much better already. So once you get it where you want it, you can give a light spray of hairspray, and it's going to have it stay in your hair. It's not going to blow out in the wind or anything like that. The one downside that I found is when you shake it on your hair, I don't care how careful I think I am, I always have residue on my bathroom counter. Drives me a little bit bananas, but I'd rather have that than go around looking bald. There is one more product that I use in conjunction with this, and that is, this is called Thick Hair. It's called a root touch-up, but it will also cover up the balding spots too. But this is good around the crown of your head. So this just comes out of the bottom. And it also comes with a brush that you can use. And I notice if your grays start growing out, then you can use this to cover them up a little bit. So you can see that it really has covered up. I mean, it is not perfect, but from going around where I was earlier with the bald spots in my hair, and then with this on, I'm telling you, it works wonders. If you ever leave to go on vacation and want to pack a bag and put this in it, just know a little trick I've learned is you put plastic wrap over the top and then put the lid on. That way it keeps the powder inside. Otherwise, those little shaker holes, that powder will get in the lid inside your suitcase, and it will get everywhere. So I just put a little piece of plastic wrap over the top and it'll be perfect. So once you get your hair how you want it, you can do a light spray. I never use a lot of hairspray. Not like back in the 90s when I had huge hair. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like. You can see the difference between how much hair I had back then and now. Wish that I could go back then. So once you have the powder in your hair that you want, you can just style your hair like you normally do. Just and then if you see you just need to touch it up, then that's fine. You just touch it up where you need. I've worn this in a swimming pool and it has not come out. I think as long as you don't just dig in your hair, it's not gonna come out. Now, I always put it in my hair, of course, but I do notice that if I go somewhere and have to lay my head down on like a white sheet, like the doctor's office or something, sometimes there may get a little bit of residue on it, but normally you cannot tell it on your clothes or if you sit on a couch or anything. I've never seen the residue there. So to me, this is such a better alternative than a wig. You don't have to worry about it being hot during the summer, being itchy. You know, those dang wigs itch so much. They're beautiful, but they sure do itch. And to me, this is just a lot easier. I'll put an Amazon link in the description below. If you're interested in it, you can click on my link and purchase it through there. Disclosure, it is an affiliate link, but it doesn't cost you any extra. to use that. It just helps me out a little bit. But that's what we're gonna do. But if you can see the difference before and after, I'll try to do a screenshot of before and after side by side so you can see just how much better that looks. And when I first started using it, I was really embarrassed. I tried to hide in the bathroom when I was shaking it in my head because I didn't want my husband to see. Well, do you really think that the people that you live with and the people you're around every day don't know that you have thin hair? Like, come on. They know, so just get over it and do something to help yourself. That's what I had to do. Now my husband just calls it my sugar and spice. He says I'm shaking in my sugar and spice, which is right, you know. It's what makes me feel good, so. Anyways, that is what I wanted to show y'all this morning, and I hope that it helps somebody. Guys can use it, girls can use it. It's just, to me, it's wonderful. When I first started using it, like I said, I was so embarrassed, but now I couldn't live without it. That is on my Amazon subscribe and save every month. Well, not every month because I don't go through it that fast, but it is on my subscribe and save, and every couple months I get a refill bag. And if I ever ran out, trust me, I'd run to Sally's Beauty Supply and get the expensive Topic. I don't care, I love it that much. I am not gonna walk around looking bald. I don't want to, you know, so as long as I don't have to, then I don't have to. Anyway, hope that helps somebody out there like it helped me, and will help you, give you a little bit of confidence while you are on your journey to rebuild your hair or just living life with what you have, you know. We all can't be blessed with gorgeous thick hair, but we can at least do something to make it look a little better. Thanks for joining me here this morning while I did my little confession about my hair loss and what I do to conceal it. And I hope to catch y'all here next time. Until then, stop eating processed foods.